This is a question I hear time and time again, and I speak with so many men. But I want to just mention this, that I may trigger you in this, and you're welcome, because I want the best for you. Now also, I want you to understand that you need to take your power back in this situation. A lot of men, something like this might happen, and their identity is attached to being a father and a husband. And if those things are taken away from them, or they can't see their kids as much or whatever, then unfortunately a lot of men think that the only way out is to kill themselves, or they go straight down again. I think it's very, very sad that the world that we live in. And I had a mate that I knew through construction that I used to work in. He's such an amazing guy, and he's literally just killed himself over this same situation. I know I could have helped him so much, so I want to try and help you as much as you can in this situation, so then it doesn't get to that point. So in this video, I'm going to show you 5 ways of how to get your ex back if that's what you want. Alright, so number 1, you have to get really clear, and I want you to sit with these 2 questions. Why do you want her back? And be honest with yourself. Were you really happy, or is it just the easy path? Is it just the easy path to get her back, so you don't have to worry about trying to find someone else or go through the separation and go through all of these things? You have to be really honest with yourself. I think it's probably 50-50, where it's like, I've got to go out date, I've got to find someone, I'll be lonely, you know, separation, all those things. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that's easy. But are you really happy? Were you really happy in the relationship? Because what's the fucking point? If you're not happy, what's the point? You might as well go through this hard time to have a much happier and easier life going on. If you do the easy things in life, your life will be hard. If you do the hard things in life, your life will be easy. And you have to get honest with yourself. And this is where the part I said that where I might trigger you, because I want you to understand, like, why you have to get clear on why you want her back in the first place. Is it because you just want to take the easy part? Is it because that it's going to be so hard to try and go through it? Is it because having to go back out and start dating and find a new partner? Because that's not the reason to get back with her. Super important, if you're watching this video right now and you're like, this seems like a lot of work, it seems hard, I'm not built like this. Bullshit, that's just a bullshit story you're telling yourself. You've got to train. You can either train or you can play, and there's no in between. Now, we train men like you every single day. Men who want to take their life to the next level, men who want to recreate themselves, men who want to step up as the leader of their family, of their businesses, of their communities, of their companies. And so if you resonate with any of this, down below, what you're going to see is a description of this YouTube video, and inside of that there's going to be a link. Click on that link, enter your name, enter your phone number, enter your email address, and my team will personally reach out to you, showing you the 4 steps and the 4 stages that can help you get to where you want to be. So if you're serious about recreating your life, if you're serious about stepping up into the man that you know that you can be, managing your life, managing everyone else's life because you manage your own, then let's do it. I'd love to see you on the inside. Number 2, attract, don't chase. Don't be needy, don't beg, because no one likes that. That's so unattractive. And I see men all the time do it. Can they become needy? They're like, what can I do? And they're hanging around like a little puppy dog. Man, you're not gonna get anywhere doing that. So don't try and be needy. Now, we also know through universal law that there's a thing called law of attraction. You may have heard it, you may not have. That is universal law of attraction. Now, understand, there's not a law of go out and try and get her back, or a law of neediness, or a law of chasing things, or a law of doing these things. No, at the end of the day, everything's a manifestation of ourselves. We attract every single person, situation, and circumstance into our life. So we have to focus on attracting them back rather than trying to chase. Does that make sense? So you want to focus on track, and I'm going to give you a few reasons on how to do that. But you want to go in with that mindset of like, I want her to look back and go, I made a mistake leaving. That is the point. That is the level that we need to get to. When you get to that level, it'll come back and it'll be a completely different relationship. So that's the first 2. The next is gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Why do I say that? Because law of attraction, when you attract things, you receive things. If you're not grateful for what you got, why would God, the universe, source, spirits, whatever it is, why would they give you any more? We need to send out gratitude. The amount of times that we go through a process in one of our events where we go through and we experience so much gratitude, and this is where we do a money mindset part of it, and people start making money and getting deals and getting jobs and all things because they experience so much gratitude for what they actually have. So in this sense, I want you to write down 5 things, and you can do it in the morning and the night. 5 reasons that you can be grateful for her, grateful for the relationship, grateful for your family. Don't send it to her, don't do anything. All you want to do is sit there and write it and feel good about it. Now, it may bring up some emotions around, you know, what you don't have and the lack and the loss and all of these things. Be grateful for all the good times. Be grateful for the experiences, grateful for all the lessons, and keep going and keep connecting with that morning and evening 5 times each, and make them different. And if you struggle, just read over the ones you did, but try and get 5 more. And if you do that, it's going to make a massive difference. Number 4, work on yourself. First things first, get in better shape. I used to work in construction, and there's people that were like, you know, my partner wouldn't sleep with me and all this kind of stuff. And I was thinking at the time, I'm like, I don't blame her. You don't look after yourself. So take a good hard look at yourself. And I say this with love because I want to help you, but take a look at yourself. Like, are you someone that you want to be with? And if not, start doing things. If you don't work out, if you don't exercise, make that a habit. Start now, because you need to be someone different to attract her, right? Because you're at this level and all these things have happened at this level, and you've attracted those circumstances and situations into your life anyway. And if you keep staying at this level, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. You need to go to a next level, and that will start firstly with building a better you, building better inside. And you do that first by building a better body on the physical, and the rest will change from there, right? So we start eating better, we start working out, we start thinking better. That will build more confidence. That will naturally give you more attention from others, and people, you know, might give you some compliments, see how, you know, you've changed things, you're looking better, you're feeling better. Naturally, that's the energy you're putting out, you're happier, and people are going to want to be around you then. Remember what I said about attraction? People want to be around someone that's like that. You don't want to be around someone that's sad and down and depressed all the time. No one wants to be around that person. But if you're happy and you make others feel good, people want to be around you. That's what you want to do. So work on yourself physically, and that's going to then help you mentally. And that leads me to step number 5, work on your mind and your emotions. So we work on the step before, we work on ourselves physically. Now this one is number 5, we work on your mind and your emotions. You need to be a different person to get her back, right? You can't keep doing the same things and expect a different result. So start doing things like you haven't. Learn more, educate yourself more, be more knowledgeable, read, meditate, train this thing inside of your mind. You know, there's plenty of programs and events and stuff. Come to some of ours where we literally have a 3-day event where we work through so much. You will not walk out the same person that you did on day 1, because we work on the mind and the emotions and the beliefs and all the things under the surface. So do things to work on yourself mentally and emotionally. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I'm just going to work on myself. And I always ask, like, what does that mean? And they say, oh, eating better, working out. I'm like, that's working on yourself physically, but what about mentally and emotionally? And so that is where you dive into self-awareness. Maybe, you know, writing some things down, journaling, or asking yourself questions, meditating, diving into and understanding what you're focusing on. Understand that you have a big negative cloud of energy, and you need to make that positive one bigger. And you need to shift your focus on what you want instead of focusing on what you don't want. And those things then help you train your mind. So those are the 5 steps. Go through them. Let me know if you have any comments in the box down the bottom, and share this with someone who may be going through this or might be struggling, or if you got any benefit from this, let me know. I want to hear it. Obviously, I will read the comments and reply. Like and subscribe, share this with your friends, get this out to many men that you feel like need to hear this, and I'll see you on the next one. You made it to the end of the video, and you are one of the top 1%ers who get to this point. Now, if you're sick and tired of not growing to the level that you want, if you're sick and tired of being the same spot that you were 12 months ago, if you're like, you know what, I've got so much more to offer, but I don't really know how to get there, then if that is you, down below, book in your call with one of my team. Just enter your phone, enter your email, and enter your number. And hey, look, we can't reach you if you enter details that are wrong. So enter your right details. We'll be able to reach out to you. We'll show you the 4 stages that we take men through that's going to completely rip you out of your current situation and push you in a new direction that where you want to go. I will push you as hard as I can to get that outcome for you, because I know how much the life is good on the other side of it when we get out of the shit, when we get onto where we want to go. So click the button, and I'll see you on the other side.